Hi, hello, this is my video entry for the Tekking contest. And as you can see, who I think is a traitor is indeed Denki. This is the third time I have to reshoot this video because I keep going over the 10-minute mark, so let's hope that this time I can nail it. So, why do I think that Denki is a traitor? Well, first of all, design. We know that Horikoshi does not mess around with his designs, he takes them very seriously, and we know that Denki is supposed to have this personality type which is like, you know, this teenager boy who likes fashion, he likes to be cool, he likes to be the center of attention. You know, I'm not gonna be surprised he has a Gucci shirt in his closet. And then a character like this gets art like this. Not only one half of his face is perfectly villainous and perfectly out of character, when you look at this face and divide it in half, one half is perfectly fine while the other half is perfectly villainous. It's kind of telling, and in my opinion it's really on the nose, and because of how much on the nose it is, we might just ignore it, something that in my opinion Horikoshi might have wanted. Now, second thing design wise which I would like to hit on is this moment with the meat boy. As you can see, Denki's face is really serious in here. He doesn't look nervous, he doesn't look stressed, he doesn't look scared, he looks serious. He looks like he's about to do something he doesn't want to do. And if we assume that he is a traitor and that he doesn't want to get serious because this might compromise his mission, you would explain this face. Now, the second point are his actions. Now, the first thing I'm gonna go back to is his fight against the meat boy. Now, we all know how it went down, and when you think about it, Denki was extremely smart in this fight. He started with shooting his projectile at the meat boy and then missing, and then going, oh shit, I missed, this is bad. This caused the meat boy to think that Denki is an idiot and think that he's the least dangerous one out of three, therefore he can take him out the last. Then, later, Denki used Bakugo's grenade to throw it at Meat Boy to his left specifically, so the Meat Boy would bounce to his right, so he would get in front of Denki's projectile, or disc I guess you can say, so he could zap him. This is smart. This shows that Denki can think strategically. And the whole existence of his device is just out of character for him because, like, this means that he knows what is the downside of his quirk and he knows how to bypass this downside with this device, something that is not very characteristic for someone who must care only about his look and being cool and being in center of attention. Now, the second moment comes from the most recent arc and his fight against Class B. As we can see here, Denki suggests the idea by himself to get captured so his team could win. Now, why would he want that? I mean, he wants to be in center of attention, so you would think that he wants to do the final blow, that he wants to be the one who brought the victory to the team. But instead, he is just a stepping stone for his team to win, which is once again out of character yet smart. And then you also remember that he had no problems with putting Tsuyu's mucus on himself. I mean, he must care about fashion, so you would expect him at least to go ew because of the idea, but he did not. Instead, he just took it because it made sense, because he's smart. Now, another thing, which is more of a minor thing, but I still like it personally, is his moment with Shinzo, where he gets, he asks very detailed questions about Shinzo's quirk, because he must know that Shinzo's quirk is dangerous, and in case they will fight ever, he wants to know as much as he can in order to win against Shinzo. The third point, which I would like to hit on, is the fact that he is average. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, out of all the characters in Class 1A, he's like in the middle. He's not really at the bottom of the list, like let's say Sato or Koda, where He's completely unimportant, but he's not as important as, let's say, Uraraka or Bakugo or Deku, right? He's kind of in the middle, and when you look at his personality, it's once again average. Like, he's supposed to be this cool guy who cares about fashion and likes to be cool. That is very like generic personality for a guy. And despite the fact that he likes to be in center of attention, he never is in a center of attention for real. He is kind of giving me Kira vibes from JoJo Part 4 because he just kind of remains average. And if you want to be a traitor, this is perfect. You don't want to stand out too much, but you don't want to be too quiet where you get suspicious, like, let's say, French boy, right? um and when you think about it, even though we have seen him quite a lot, we don't really know anything about him. We don't know his personality, his motivations, his train of thought. We never had flashback with him, which is like a big thing. Or like, Horikoshi really establishes characters through the flashbacks. We never had that with him. Now, my fourth point are his motivations. What could be his motivations to become a villain? Well, the first one is pretty simple, and it's that he likes to win. The only two situations where we saw Denki get serious is when he was fighting the Meat Boy and he was fighting Class B. In both of those situations, he got serious because he had to get serious because he wanted to win. This would be ultimately pretty simple, but makes sense, you know? As we know, in My Hero Academia, society pushes the idea, especially after All Might's retirement, that, you know, heroes must be strong as a team. You know, we must have a team of strong heroes. Denki, on the other hand, might want to be strong as individual, and villains approached him and told him, hey, we can make you strong as a single person. And another additional fact to this motivation, so to say, is that, think about it, who are the people Denki often hangs out with? Kirishima and Bakugo, or at least we saw him a lot with them. Why? Well, because those two like to win as well, in their own right, something that Denki might respect. Now, his second motivation might be more noble, if you wish, and that is that he dislikes anything unfair. When the Meat Boy was talking shit about Bakugo, Denki got visibly upset and angry. He got angry that he was assuming things about Bakugo based on first expression or just on a cover of Bakugo. And as we all know, society in My Hero Academia assumes a lot of unjust things about villains. You know, Twice, Dabi, Himiko, Tomura, they're not 100% evil like, let's say, Muscular or Magni. Instead, they are failed by society. They are misunderstood by society. Society won't help them. Society thinks that they are just trash. And this is unfair. This is unjust. And this might make Denki upset. And this is why he wants to help them. I might be incorrect about this, but if my memory is correct, Denki kind of said that after Stain's arc, that Stain is cool, kind of, which is an interesting thing. I might be wrong. It might have been Sero, but I am pretty sure that it was Denki. Now, sadly, I cannot go too much into detail about any of the points because otherwise I will be stepping over the mark of 10 minutes, and I hope that I am still under 10 minutes. But for anyone who stopped by and thought that I'm not a complete idiot and decided to leave a comment or just, stop by and enjoy the video in any way, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. Tekking, if you will watch this, which you probably will, I imagine, because it's your contest. Hi, you're pretty cool, I guess, and cute in a weird way. Now this is awkward, which is probably okay since it's Tekking related thing, and we all know how awkward he can get. Anyhow, there was a joke there somewhere, but I lost it. Thank you for stopping by, and yeah, see you around.